We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on the Miami Dolphins defense versus the Lions. It was a very inconsistent performance. They struggled mightily in the first half. They couldn't stop anything with a pulse, honestly. And then the second half, they shut out the Lions offense. So, about as inconsistent as it can get. Let's just not waste any time. We're going to get right into this one. One of the biggest problems in this game was the front seven. They could not get any pressure on Goff. Like the entire game, especially the first half. They got a sack towards the end with Sealer, but it took them forever to get pressure. You're running cover one and Goff is working play action, has this much time in the pocket. They're going to find someone open. X is in coverage here, but he's playing outside leverage because he thinks Holland has his inside help. Holland definitely didn't play his best game in the first half right there. He opens up his hips too early, just gains too much depth. And he just gives up this inside breaker. He's got to know to stay square here. No, he has to help Howard to the inside. He just opens that gate, gives this right up to the middle of the field to Raymond. Yeah, so it wasn't Holland's best game, but he really turned it around in the second half, made some big-time plays, and I know McDaniel praised him for his leadership, how he stepped up. He's still one of the best safeties in the league, hands down. McKinley played a lot this game too, which allowed Holland to play down more in the box, which was interesting. I like to see the versatility because usually he'll just be playing deep safety and doesn't get involved very often. And so it was nice to see him at least be more involved, using a more versatile role. After the big chunk play, down in the red zone, Lions just run this one in with ease. It was a nice play call. They really set this up nicely, nice little run concept here, working the motion from the fullback, and they sort of sift him back. And they do the trap. This is one thing they did really well because Wilkins likes to get aggressive, push up field, and they do a trap on him where this right tackle sort of swoons him by, and then this guard takes him out of the play. So the trap really does a good job, and then the fullback comes back, takes Baker out of it, and it creates that nice lane up the middle. So really good job blocking there. But yeah, just the trap concept really hurt them. Space got created. Davis got moved out of the way, and then Dolphins D was just as bad as it could get in the first quarter. Or the first half specifically. The Dolphins put a ton on Holland's plate. Holland is lined up directly in the middle of the field, basically in a linebacker position, and he has to get back to be the deep half defender. They are trying to disguise here. McKinley goes down. They're running an inverted cover 2. He has to drop all the way back and get out to this corner route. Pretty much any player in this league is not going to get into that position, so they just had the perfect route called versus what the Dolphins were doing. They asked Holland to do so much. Which he can definitely do a lot of things for your defense. This is very valuable to have a guy that can disguise coverages like this and still get out there. And he still almost gets into position, but he still has to, not be threatened to the inside. So he slows down just a little bit, and then isn't able to get the tackle. Good hustle play, good speed here from McKinley to, at least tackle him. Maybe, you hold him to a field goal. Doesn't end up happening, but at least you see the hustle and the effort there. Dolphins just get out schemed here. They get Swift one-on-one with Jerome Baker, a linebacker, and you just Swift, one of the better receiving backs in the league. You get him one-on-one with any linebacker, and he's gonna make them pay on the angle route, the Texas route to the end zone. And look at all this space right here. They have a 4-on-3 to this side. They have a 3-on-2 over here, but they're basically doubling Hawkinson with how they're running like quarter match in the red zone, and it just isolates Baker, puts him in a tough spot. And it's just basically getting out-schemed at this point in the game. One of the only positive plays the defense had in the first half, this one's Holland. Holland was pretty heavily involved in this game with a lot of the, the bad plays, but also the good ones. Cover 1, range, getting all the way across the field to get the deep crosser to Amon-Ra, and he's just reading Goff's eyes, starts cheating. You can see him already transitioning before Goff even throws it. So really good instincts on this play, good range, and then great ball skills to punch that right out at the catch point. That is really high-level stuff right there when it comes to ball skills-wise. So yeah, definitely not worried about Holland. The punch there is elite. He gets that out, and it's not even a fumble. It ends up being an incomplete pass. One thing the Dolphins couldn't do in the first half was get the Lions into 3rd and long. This is 3rd and 4. Dolphins really wanted to go cover 0 and attack Goff, but they just never got in the situation to run that defense. And then they go bunch to this side, which is a really hard thing to cover man-to-man. Howard has the point man at the line of scrimmage, and then Igbenogany and Kader Kohu try to switch this, and Iggy just has no chance versus, the whip route from St. Brown. They really do a good job setting this up because he really selling this inside. Kohu takes the guy who goes vertical, does a good job being in at least a decent position to make a play, and Iggy just takes his eyes off St. Brown, and he gets beat pretty badly here. But also, really good scheme play call from the Lions, getting the bunch there and having Amon-Ra run this whip route, knowing that they're going to try to trade, swap off receivers there. Just they had no answer for the Lions offense in the first half. There's a miscommunication on this play between Kohu and Holland. They're in a deep running cover 3 here. Holland drops to a deep third, and Kohu tries to call out that his receiver is leaving his zone. And I believe Kohu's right in the situation because he sees that receiver going to the inside and then is able to key the tight end and take away the corner route from number 2. So Kohu does a good job taking this away. Would maybe probably want to see him gain a little more depth, but they run the deep corner behind it. Great job putting stress on this corner, and then it's a very difficult play for Holland to make a play on the deep corner route over the top. And it just becomes a miscommunication. You could see Holland, kind of throw his arms up like, I thought you had it, just a clear miscommunication between Kohu and Holland there in the cover 3. My guess, this is more on Holland, but it's a very tough spot to be in for both players. Dolphins finally get a 3rd and long situation. They come in the cover 0, and they just did not get pressure on Goff instantly. You got to get pressure very quickly when you're bringing cover 0. They block it up really well, and then he hits the deep out. This might look like it's on Kohu because he's man-to-man on Amon-Ra, but with how the Dolphins play their cover 0, they like to, read the QB's eyes and then break on this. Like if he breaks out towards Howard, he's supposed to break on this, but he's just a little bit late, gets there. But I think the main thing is Howard just doesn't want to get beat over the top by the outside guy, so he opens up his hips, gains a little more depth, and then that opens up the out route. Dolphins really just getting out-schemed and outplayed, outperformed in every single facet of this game defensively. So yeah, just at least they turned it around. Great halftime adjustments from the team. Dolphins kind of get lucky because the Lions are now in 1st and 30. They make a lot of penalties. They get mistakes, put themselves in a tough situation. And then Zach Sealer, probably, the best player on defense in this game, at least from my perspective, gets the tip. He knows when he doesn't get that instant pressure, he's just going to get his hands off. He's facing the double team here, so he's just reading Goff, gets the handoff, gets the tip. Now it's 2nd and 30. Now it's, very, very, very difficult for the offense to convert when they don't gain anything on a 1st and 30 like that. So Sealer really just ending drives, did it the entire second half. Dolphins did a very good job disguising coverages in the second half. They're showing a cover 3 look pre-snap, single high safety is McKinley. They rotate into a cover 2. McKinley comes this deep half defender. Howard is this deep half defender. They love to run these inverted cover 2 type looks, and this just takes away every concept right here. Everything is dead. They get some pressure on Goff, force him to scramble, and then, it limits it to just about a 3-yard gain. They come down. Nothing too crazy there. It was 1st and 15, and then you get them into a 2nd and long situation. This is why the defense really excelled in the second half, was just forcing them, not getting big plays on 1st down, 2nd down, getting them into more difficult situations to convert. And stopping the run was way better in the second half. Great job by the entire defense just fitting into the run. Kohu is an amazing run defender in the slot, makes the big time stop here. Good job by Cross in there too. Everyone just forces this. They spill this to the outside. Swift bounces the outside, but Phillips is shooting to this gap. Baker scraping over the top, forces Swift to bounce this. Sealer, Wilkins also do a good job getting their faces across their O-linemen. Everyone in position, and then Kohu, a great tackling corner, really good in run support. One of the biggest surprises of this season, being undrafted. When he's played, he's been really, really solid. If you've been watching this channel, I'm a big fan of Kader Kohu. And then after that 3rd and 9 play, they come out and then finally get a sack. Good job by Zach Sealer. Big time play. Good coverage on the back end. And Sealer just working off the twist right here. Baker sets this up. Really good job by Baker because the running back thinks he has to take Baker. Baker gets in the alignment and then goes to the guard so he can loop around. He ends up taking 3 blockers on this, so really good play by Baker setting this up for Sealer, and then Sealer takes a great angle to finish this. Just really well executed twists and stunts that the Dolphins do. Good job by the crasher and the looper overall in that play. Stopping the run was huge in this game. Wilkins, Sealer make good plays on this one. Big redemption from Wilkins because he had offsides right before this. But he just gets up, beats this double team, doesn't allow the right tackle to get to that hip and force him. That is play strength, and then just blows this up in the backfield. Sealer was in pursuit too. You could see he was flying down. He just throws the offensive lineman by, flies down. Everyone there to help. Good job by Baker and Holland here on the front end. forcing this, nothing to bounce out to, and Wilkins blows that one up. The Lions' last drive, it's 3rd and long. They forced the throw down. They're running cover 3. Dolphins ran a lot of cover 3 in this game. They did a much better job passing off those routes deep, and then they come down. They almost let Hawkinson get this first down. Would like to see a little bit better tackling, but they pass this off. Crossan stays disciplined here on the deep third, takes away, the 7 stop. Good job taking away the flat here. And the deep middle of the field safety takes away the post. Good job by McKinley. Even this corner on the backside, can't tell who it is right now. I think it's Howard, was ready to come over and help under that. And they underneath throw it. Everyone is involved in the tackle. They get him short, and then they get the 4th and 2 stop on the next play. On the 4th and short, Dolphins go cover 1. They don't get the instant pressure. Goff has plenty of time. This puts your corners in a tough spot because Howard does a pretty good job on Amon-Ra, staying physical, in a decent position to make a play. Crossan could have been in a better position. He gets beat here to the inside if he was looking here. Swift, not really running a route, so this just leaves Kohu on the deep route. Kohu probably had the best coverage, honestly, on the play by the DBs, and he does a great job here. This is some high-level stuff. Kohu, it's surprising that he's a rookie. This is 4th and 1. You're in cover 1. You have no help. The safety is to the other side of the field, so he's one-on-one. He ends up getting, look at him, he opens up his hips here too early, and look how quickly he recovers to stay square. Gets physical enough, not too physical, to get the illegal contact. Stays in the hip pocket. Ball is thrown back to the inside. He's running the corner, and the ball's thrown back to the inside. When receivers start turning like this, corners will hold, grab, start turning the hip, and that's when it's very obvious that it's PI, but the receiver actually is pushing more than Kohu is. Just doesn't get over aggressive. He stays so calm and poised, not panicking for an undrafted rookie. High level stuff by Kohu, another one of the better defensive players in this game. Just plays smart football overall, in man, in zone, versus the run. I love the skill set that he brings to the team. So yeah, overall, not too worried about the Dolphins defense because, it was a tale of 2 halves. Just the first half was terrible. The Lions do have a pretty good offense, and they were just getting out-schemed, but they made a great adjustment. The players end up stepping up, so you love to see that composure out of the guys. The offense played amazing. This is how it's going to be all year. Some games the defense are going to win. Some games the offense are going to win. That's just how the Dolphins, they have at least a good enough offense to win and a good enough defense to win games. Last week, they only won when they put up 16 points. This week, they win putting up 30. Great team wins all together, so not too worried about the defense as a whole for the rest of the season. Definitely some worry of some stuff. Just got to clean up the dumb mistakes penalty-wise on both sides of the ball. But other than that, I think it's going to be a fun season for the Dolphins. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.